Today I'll be making chicken liver bhuna. There's a few different ways to make this and I'm going to show you the way I make it. This is how I made it last time. It tasted quite nice. I always end up frying the chicken liver first separately with a few spices and then adding it into the actual mushla because I just find it gets rid of the smell. So this is what I'm going to be using. So I've got one large onion finely chopped. It was meant to be one bay leaf, 2 came out and I wasn't bothered to put it away. So 2 bay leaves, 1 cinnamon stick, 4 cardamom pods, about a tablespoon of ginger and a tablespoon of garlic. And these are all the spices I'm going to use later. So I've got half a teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of mixed curry powder, a bit of turmeric's this one, tiny bit, about 3/4 of ground cumin and 3/4 of ground coriander. So I'm going to get started. So as you do with any Asian dish, I've started off with adding oil, onions, the cinnamon stick, the cardamom pods and the bay leaves in this case. And I'm just going to add salt. This depends on obviously how much salt you take. I've also added the garlic and the ginger because I forgot to do so, even though it's on the same plate. So just wait for the onions to soften and then we can do the next bit. I'm just going to add all the spices in because the onion is now soft. It's actually really hard to do it with one hand. Oops! I've added extra salt which I didn't mean to. But yeah, I'm going to cook that until the spices separate from the oil and it loses that spice smell. So for about 10 minutes should be fine, 10 to 15 minutes. Now while that's cooking off, what I've done is I've added oil and the chicken livers and all the spices that I added earlier. I've added about 1/3 of a teaspoon, just very little. And I'm just going to fry the chicken liver just to get rid of that smell. Don't like that smell. I've learnt my lesson to not add too much spice after yesterday's disastrous tandoori chicken. So yeah, let all that fry off and by the time this is done, hopefully I can add it to my masala or mushla as we call it. The spices have now been cooking for about 10 minutes and it's ready, and the chicken livers are also ready to be added in. It looks pink, it looks undercooked, it's not. It's now fully cooked. So I've just added the livers in and I left some really chunky and I've cut the others up into tiny pieces. I like a mixture, I like the chunky pieces. And my husband's going to have the small pieces. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that for another 15 minutes and let all of that cook. I can't believe I forgot my favourite bit. So I like my chicken liver really spicy. So even though I've added chili powder, I've also added chilies. So I've got 3 chilies chopped in half. Actually, I've got 2 chilies chopped in half and 1 whole chili. That's almost ready and I've just added every Bengali's favourite thing in the world, coriander, and I'm going to switch it off in about a minute. That is now done, so you can sit back and enjoy.